For joining our Amitabha Buddha birthday celebration. I appreciate your coming here. I've been learning a lot, more and more every year about the Pureland Dharma door. So I'm very grateful for your participation. It's because of you that I felt the need to learn more and more and more in order to be of greater help to you. For those of you who are new with us, Pureland Dharma door, it's about this practice here taught by Shakyamuni Buddha that advises us to go try to attain rebirth to the Western Bliss Pureland, which is a different Buddha land that's very far from here. It's just the opposite of what this higher world is. This land of ultimate bliss, or also known as Western Bliss Pureland, is about 10 billion galaxies away from us. And unlike us, which is called impure land, where there's a lot of sufferings, there's a lot of hardships and heartaches, in the Western Bliss Pureland, there's no suffering, it's all bliss, it's all happiness. And in this world here, living beings have a tendency to revolve in a real reincarnation. We create especially bad karmas, and that's why we fall, and then the good karmas would bring us up, and then the bad karma would make us fall again. And this is what we've been doing for a long, long time, to force a habit. And we're trying to break that habit and create the conditions for us to go to the Pure Land, where when you go there, you will know only happiness, only bliss, and will never fall again, never suffer again. And in one lifetime, under the teachings and guidance of Amitabha Buddha, you will become just like him, a Buddha. So that's why it's very, very desirable for living beings to get there, okay? I would love to get there, and I hope you too will be able to make it to the Western Bliss Pure Land, all right? This is why we're here. We learned this from the Asians, what this Pure Land Dharma door here originated from China, founded by the first Pure Land Patriarch, Great Master Huiyuan, a long time ago. And it has been imported to the U.S. by Great Master Hsuan. Okay, so, I feel that the more I learn about the Chinese style of practice, I feel could be improved. And that's why we call our practice American Pure Land. Okay, in principle, what does it take to make it to the Pure Land, Western Bliss Pure Land? In principle, the Asians teach it as two ways, self-power or others' power, correct? Anyone disagrees? Self-power refers to the fact that you do something in order to enable you to go to the Western Bliss Pure Land at the end of this life. Others' power is that it's very applicable in cases where you cannot cultivate, or maybe for various reasons you're too old. I see some people here are too old right now, huh? And their strength is decreasing more and more every day, so they can't keep up with this practice, the rigorous practice that's required for you to make it to the Pure Land. And so you can count on these others' help, others' power, where you get others to help you get to the Pure Land. In particular, not only for you, but also for the people you love who are not here, for example, who like your parents, like your children, people you care for, but who happen not to believe in the Pure Land Dharma door, and they still are able to go there with this others' help side of the Pure Land Dharma door. I have said nothing new to you, yeah? You all know that, right? Yes? Thank you very much. Yeah, the rest of them are still kind of sleepy. Okay, you really think so? You really think it's you? There's such a thing as self-help? Self-power? Huh? You really think so? What's the matter with that concept of self-power? What does it take to go to the Pure Land? Quả Ngân. We're gonna take advantage of her because she looks like she's not gonna last much longer. Give her a microphone. Yeah? All right. Everyone, this is Master Thichvinhhoausa disciples. She's Chinese Pureland Dharma door.
Mô Phật bạch thầy, bữa nay con thấy thầy đó là như Phật A Di Đà vậy đó, cái mặt giống quá chừng vậy, như cái tướng nữa. Không biết cái nhìn ở ngăn cái nhìn lộn chắc phải.
Always knows how what would say all the right words. Nói ăn khéo quá.
Mô Phật bạch thầy, bởi vì bây giờ mình lớn tuổi đó, mình lẫn nhiều lắm rồi. Giống Quảng Ngân bây giờ lẫn thì cả lẫn, cái gì cũng quên nhiều lắm. Bởi vì nó là mình muốn tu đó, muốn niệm Phật đó, đi giảng sanh đó rất là khó, phải nhờ cái tha lực đó, chứ không phải tự lực mình làm không có nổi đâu. Mô Phật.
Amitabha Master, today somehow for some reason I look at your appearance, you look like Amitabha Buddha, and even your facial, your structure look just like him. I don't know if this is right, and also I feel that.
Yeah, it's very typical Vietnam talk.
Also, Master, our old age right now. My age, I become Alzheimer. I could not remember anything anymore. So to be able to recite the Buddha name and make it to the Pure Land is very difficult. I have to rely on other help, your help, in order to do so. I myself personally cannot do it on my own.
Me too. I'm beginning to forget a lot of things, probably from your Alzheimer's. Okay, so here's the point. The point is that in order for you to make it to the Pure Land, Amitabha Buddha, at the time of your death, has to come here to bring you back. Is that clear? So therefore, to say that you can make it to the Pure Land by your own power is incorrect. It's an illusion. Whatever you do, Amitabha Buddha is the one who eventually has to say, I'm going to come to him and her and bring her back. Is that clear? So the concept of self-power is sort of misleading from the Asian perspective, okay? And you should do something to help yourself. But to say that you can get to the Pure Land by your own power is not correct. So practically, the Pure Land Dharma door is others' power. Agree or disagree? Ultimately, you got to get help from the sages to make it back to the Pure Land. That's the bottom line. Let's stop this illusion of saying that I'm going to, because a lot of Asians make this mistake. They say, I'm going to recite Buddha's name. I've been reciting Buddha's name for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. And I'm going to go to the Pure Land for sure. If you have that kind of attitude, you think the Amitabha Buddha would be impressed? He'd be so embarrassed by you, being so arrogant, so full of yourself. Okay? Yes, 3 over here.
Mô Phật Thầy, con theo Thầy là 17-18 năm rồi. Tính ra cũng trên 20 mấy năm theo chùa cũ. Nhưng mà con cũng đâu có dám suy nghĩ mình là tự lực nổi đâu. Cũng phải nhờ Thầy giúp cho con. Để cuối đời con giảng sanh được Tây Phương Cực Lạc theo Phật Bồ Tát đi tu. Con có ước mong vậy hoài. Mong Thầy cho con tội nguyện. Mô Phật. Cảm ơn Thầy.
Amitabha Master, I have been following you 17, 18 years now, and I have been with the temple for more than 20 years. And I personally myself could not even dare to say that I can make it to the Pure Land on my own. I need your help and your guidance in order for me to follow the Buddha and Bodhisattva to come back to the Pure Land to cultivate. I hope and I wish that Master will make this into accomplishment.
Okay, we'll give it a try. I promise you. Okay. Thank you for your hard work the last 17 years. She's been around. Yes, 5.
I think I'm supposed to share this story, but I'm not sure. A few years ago, Phoebe and Jimmy, they went to Starbucks, and all the Starbucks coffee got knocked over. So at the time, I was wondering why. And what happened was somebody, an actor in Taiwan, he passed away. And so Jimmy told the actor in his mind, he said, go see Master Yonghua. And what happened was, I guess he came to Master, but he couldn't reach Master. So he knocked over the coffee, and I started linking everything together, and I said, Jimmy, what did you do? He said, I didn't do anything. I told him to go see Master. I said, did you request a pre-49 day or a 49 day for him? And he said, no. I'm like, then why you tell him come see Master? So anyway, Jimmy decided to request a 49 day because he opened his big mouth. And afterwards on the news, he started going, this guy that passed away, he started going into people's dream. And he said he's very happy. So in the comments, everyone's like, oh, he went to heaven and stuff. So this time I went to DTT, I shared the story with Master Z and the Sangha there. And a few days ago, he popped up on my YouTube, so I clicked on it. And his friend said he came into his dream and said he's going to become a Shami now. So I thought I'm supposed to share this.
Well, sounds good. It sounds like he went to a good place. Very good. Anyone else? Okay. And so it's this Pure Land Dharma door here. I'm just reminding you that it's basically all this help. I'm very unhappy for a long time because there was a monk, I think he's Taiwanese or Chinese monk, who is very popular, and he's a third stage arhat, and he had a lot of followings, and they have been teaching the wrong things about Pure Land Dharma door to the point where their own people are so arrogant that their followers, one of the followers who very loyal and consistent practitioner with him, who lives across the street from Blue Mountain Temple, they walk around and say, don't worry, you die, I will send you to the Pure Land myself. And this woman here is first stage arhat for all her hard work. For 20, 30 years of practice, reached first stage arhat, which is not bad. But first stage arhat, the third stage arhats, they cannot help at all. Okay, so you got to be very careful and not be arrogant, because part of all this help is that you need to make yourself worthy to be helped. Don't take anything for granted. Okay, it's wrong to assume you make it. You never know what's going to happen, and this is a problem with the style of practice nowadays in China, in Asia, where people are so overly confident. Okay, let me tell you, it takes a lot to bring you to the Pure Land, a lot more for you to get the attention of Amitabha Buddha, for him to come here. He just doesn't come for anyone. We need to be worthy of it. How about that? What did we do to make ourselves worthy for Amitabha Buddha's time? Make it worth his time for him to come here and bring us back to the Pure Land. Okay, that's the bottom line. We need to do something. We need to do a lot of things to be worthy of him coming to help us. Is that clear? Okay, and so we're doing the Fochi here, and we teaching you the American Pure Land Dharma door to, that's the bottom line, make ourselves worthy for Amitabha Buddha to come and help us. There's a lot more going on and than you think. I, for example, erroneously told people when I first started teaching at Blue Mountain Temple, the Pure Land Dharma door, I erroneously thought that all you had to do was enter the Buddha's recitation once, and Amitabha Buddha will be guaranteed to come and bring you back. Now I'm finding out it's not true from experience. Okay, the sutra only says if you enter this Buddha's recitation and then end your life, the Buddha will come and bring you back. Does it say this life or not? It doesn't. Okay, it could be this life, could be next life, could be next life, and so forth. We don't know. All right, I just found that out because this past year or so, I realized that some person or some monk who entered the Buddha's recitation samadhi, and I expected him to go to the Pure Land, but he didn't make it. He went to the heavens instead because he's a good monk. He had some karmic obstructions in the last minute. Okay, so there's a lot more going on than you think. All right, yes, 7.
Mô Phật bà thầy, tại vì con có cái bệnh qua mấy năm nay, con mới biết cái mà niệm Phật nó đi giảng sanh rất là khó. Tại vì đó bây giờ mình có cái bệnh, có cái nghiệp chướng. Mấy người nhà tôi đi hỏi những người già đó, tôi nói ủa có niệm Phật không? Ý đó có chứ, tôi niệm Phật niệm hồi chút giây qua cái quên rồi đó. Rồi làm sao mà đi giảng sanh nổi nữa thầy? Bởi vì mình phải nhờ tha lực chứ không phải nhờ tự lực. Mình bệnh mình nằm chỗ đó còn lo cái thân chưa xong mà làm sao mà niệm Phật được đi giảng sanh. Tôi có hỏi những bà già nói là mai mốt mấy người đó con là con chuyên niệm Phật đó ha. Mà tới ngã bệnh lên một cái gì cũng quên hết trơn, làm sao mà đi giảng sanh nổi. Mô Phật.
Amitabha Master, so it's only because that I have illness for many years now, recently, and that's when I know that reciting the Buddha names and rebirth to the Pure Land is very difficult. We have karmic obstruction. I've been wandering around asking old people if they recite the Buddha name. They say they did, they recite for a minute, and then they totally forgot. And ourselves, we are our body, we cannot take care of, we're so sick, and we cannot even take care of it, so how can we make ourselves rebirth to the Pure Land? These people that I know of, they are specialists in reciting the Buddha name, but when they become sick like that, they cannot even recite the Buddha name. Then, therefore, it is very hard for us to go on our own. We need help from others to be able to make it to the Pure Land.
And it saddens me to see it happening because people are overconfident. They cannot make it themselves. And then it only not only affects them, but also affects their mother, their father, their children, their friends as well. Okay? So it's a lot more dangerous than you think. Yes, 5.
Dạ, A Di Đà Phật. Dạ, con kính chào thầy. Con cũng có những người bạn, những người quen hồi đó cũng là niệm Phật rất là chuyên chỉ luôn, mà khi mà sau khi ra đi con cảm thấy có nhiều người ra đi một cách rất là khó coi lắm, mà họ niệm cũng chăm chỉ, cũng nghĩ là niệm và có lòng tin với Đức Phật A Di Đà, nhưng rốt cuộc rồi cũng không có được. Và riêng bản thân con thì hồi đó còn trẻ đó, con nhớ là những cái lúc mà con niệm Phật á, khi mà con nằm mơ á, con thấy những cái điều gì mà nó sợ hãi đến với con á, thì con sẽ niệm câu danh hiệu A Di Đà Phật hoặc là Nam Mô Quan Thế Âm Bồ Tát được, thì con sẽ giật mình dậy được. Nhưng đêm hôm này con nằm ngủ con thấy bóng đè, con nằm ngủ con thấy bóng đè con, rồi xong rồi cái bóng đó choàng qua người con, tính hung con nữa. Con sợ quá, con la lên mà con la không có được, con mới la lên để kêu người bạn kia chị Cẩm kế bên để mà thức con dậy giùm, tại cái người con nó cứng hết rồi, con bị đè xuống, con cứng hết, con sợ quá, mà sau lúc đó con cũng không nhớ niệm Phật luôn. Thì con mới nghĩ ra một điều, lúc mà bắt đầu mình lớn tuổi rồi, câu Phật hiệu dần dần nó cũng bị nhạt đi, những cái lúc đó mình cũng không thể nào niệm được, cho nên rất là chúng con cảm nhận được cái điều có phước báo của tụi con. Như nãy cô Thanh Hương nói, con cũng cảm động rơi nước mắt, những cái lời cô nói thật chân thành, và con cũng cảm thấy được như vậy. Gia đình con đã gặp được thầy nơi đây là một cái điều phước báo rất lớn cho tụi con, đã đưa được mẹ chồng con vãng sanh. Và bây giờ tụi con cũng tiếp tục nhờ thầy để giúp cho chúng con được cuối cuộc đời, tụi con được về gặp cha Di Đà ở cõi cực lạc và tất cả thân quyến của chúng con. Nam Mô Di Đà Phật. Con cảm ơn thầy.
Amitabha Master. So I also have I know a lot of people. They are my friend, and they are also specialists in reciting the Buddha name. They recite it day and night, very diligently. And some of them, when they pass away, they look very bad. They really hard to see, and they are the people who recite the Buddha name very hard, very diligently. But even myself, I cannot even believe that to see them struggling like that. When I was young, I usually, in my dream, whenever I feel scared of something, I can recite Amitabha Buddha or Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Then I can pull myself up from the dream, from the nightmare. But today, I felt that I have the ghost trying to lie on me and suffocate me, and my body paralyzed, and I cannot even wake up, and I was so scared. But I was trying to wake up to tell Gam, my friend next to me, to wake me up, but I was so scared that I cannot even think of reciting the Buddha name. So I know that at the old age, I also forgetting to recite the Buddha name by this time. And I felt that I have very blessed to be able to be here and meet with Master. And my family, especially my mother-in-law, was able to make it to the Pureland based by your help. So I hope that my family will be able to get help from Master to be able to rebirth to the Pureland. Amitabha. Thank you, Master.
What she described is a common thing, seems to be with Buddhist disciples. I heard a lot of this type of dreams, and from the Buddhist disciples, they sleep and they realize that there's someone sitting on them, couldn't move, couldn't breathe. Anyone? It happened to me before I became a monk, and also after I became a monk as well. I'm guilty. Okay, it's called a Kumbhanda ghost. It's a paralysis ghost. It's a big ghost. It sits on you, and that's why you're paralyzed. You can't move. That girl that will pay a visit to her as well. Yes, over here. Did you want to say something, Ipche? No?
저는 마스터께 감사 말씀을 드리고 싶었어요. 저기 1년도 안 됐는데 1년 안에 형제가 둘이가 세상을 떠났는데요. 오빠는 작년에 김장할 무렵에 가고 남동생은 한 3개월 전에 세상을 떠났습니다. 그래서 두 분 다 마스터 시키는 대로 했더니 저는 꿈에 나타나질 않는데 자식들 꿈에 나타나서 평소에 젊을 때 모습으로 아주 깨끗하게 근육질의 남자로 운동 잘하는 그런 건강한 모습으로 나타나서 활짝 웃더라고 3번씩 나타났다고 합니다. 그래서 좋은 데 갔나 봅니다. 그리고 초상 치를 때도 오빠 때는 저 노스님께서 오셔가지고 아주 성대하게 잘 치러주시고 또 막내 동생 갔을 때는 거리가 한 500m 되는 울산인데요. 저 마침 그때 종인 스님 오셔서 스님들 여러 분 대동하고 오셔가지고 아주 멋지게 장례식을 치르게 해주셨습니다. 모두가 다 마스터 덕분이고 지금 형제가 많았는데 다 세상을 떠나고 저 하나 남았거든요. 그래서 마스터를 뵙지 않고 만나지 않아가 이렇게 안 다니면 제가 올해는 엄청 우울하고 힘들었을 것 같거든요. 근데 모든 게 다 마스터 만난 덕분이고 고맙습니다, 마스터.
Master, I'd like to show my gratitude about my experience. It's about my brothers. I have older brother and younger brother. These two brothers passed away less than 1 year. One older brother passed away last year during fall, and then my younger brother passed away about 3 months ago. What we did is we follow Master's instructions. And my brothers didn't show up in my dream, but they showed up in my children's dream. One of brothers showed up as a muscle man. He has a lot of muscles, he's exercising, and it looks like he's in good place.
Yeah, they have a very nice gym in the Western Bliss Pureland, I'm told.
짐이 있습니다.
All the equipment you ever want.
운동하는 그런 짐이 아주 좋고 그렇습니다.
Also, during the funeral for my older brother, I really thank for Venerable Shincher. He was able to attend and make the funeral really satisfying and great. And my younger brother, I was very fortunate. Chongin Sinim was there, and he brought other Sinims. So my younger brother was able to have a very good funeral. I again thank for Master's help. And I look back, my siblings are all dead within less than a year. Without Master, I would be really sad and devastating. Thank you so much, Master, for your help.
Well, and we hope you stay with us for a long, long time. All right? There's no hurry. All right. And you see, we are, again, I'm reminding you, there is a standard here that we need to look at ourselves. Are we worthy for Amitabha Buddha to consider accepting us to go to the Pure Land? Okay, and that's how I operated. I've been operating like this for the last 19 years. I look at myself, am I worthy? Are my disciples worthy? And that spirit that I'm training my students so that one day after I'm done, they'll be able to pick up the slack and take over and continue this Pure Land Dharma door. At this point, not yet. But eventually, I hope, praise the Lord, that eventually they'll be able to continue this work because it's too important. All right, and until then, we need to look at ourselves. What are we doing to make ourselves worthy? In particular, and that point, I'd like to share this thing here before I will take one final question. That is, I train a lot of my students. As the more of them come around and ask to be trained, I put a lot of more structure in where I have managers to help me out. And it's important for me to to have the proper value system instilled in the people in charge, which reminds me of Master Hsuan-Hua. At one point in time, Master Hsuan-Hua's disciples doing a Chanchi, there was a guest monk, and Master Hsuan-Hua who was away, so the guest monk was a very senior monk, encouraged them to eat dinner. At the city of 10,000 Buddhas, this is way before my time, they are very proud of eating only one meal. Monks and nuns typically eat one meal a day only. And this monk here, the very senior monk, said it's okay to eat at night. So his disciples were too happy. You can tell how hungry these people are. Okay, so they ate, and Master Hsuan-Hua heard of it, and he got so upset. Okay, and he came back, and he ran right back and spoke Dharma to them right away. And he put on when he spoke Dharma, he put on this paper bag on his head. He said, "I'm so ashamed of all of you." Okay, and that's how he taught his disciples. This is high standards expected of his disciples. He was upset because he felt for his disciples, eating one meal a day is very important for them to become enlightened. Okay, for us, we're a lot more lax. You can eat breakfast. If you're hungry, you have some reasonable reason, you can eat dinner. Especially some of them have hunger goals, so they at night at 2 a.m. they sneak to the refrigerator and pick up things to eat. Okay. Okay, it didn't stop these people from becoming enlightened, so it never bothered me. Okay, but today I'd like to share with you a point of shame for me. Okay, and I prepared this as well. Okay. I admit to you, I'm very ashamed of my disciples. Okay, I'm not worthy to be teaching these people. I train them to have kung fu for them to bully the newcomers. That's totally unacceptable. Okay, when we have higher level samadhis, we don't use it to force our ways. And this particular disciple of mine, she does it quite often. I've been putting up with it all these years. Now I can't anymore because more and more people are coming, and this is totally unacceptable. And I repent to all of you. But it's not that funny. Okay? And if this continues, this is how I'm going to speak Dharma to you the rest of my career. Thank you, everyone. Let's take a break. Yes, number 5.
Thank you, Master. A few months ago, one of Master's Chinese disciples told me Master once mentioned BLI Pureland. I don't know that before, so both of us very curious. Is there some special plug or what we should do for getting waiting list of BLI Pureland? Thank you, Master.
BLI, Pureland is a neighborhood in the Pureland where all of my disciples gather.
So if we can get to Pureland, we can choose where we can live?
Yeah.
Okay,
you can put a word to Amitabha Buddha and say, I'd like to go to BLI neighborhood.
Thank you, Master.
And so that's why some of my disciples bought into that neighborhood. But you don't have to. You can go. Okay, yeah, it's a joke, of course. When you go to the Pureland, unlike that song, heard of that song? Tears in Heaven? Anyone? It's a story of this Eric Clapton, his young son, 6-year-old son, got in an accident and he died. Okay, because he was playing and he ran off the window, okay, glass window, and it broke Clapton's heart. So he wrote this song, Tears of Heaven. You can look it up on YouTube Music or whatever. And so the song says, when I see you in heaven, would you recognize me? Would be the same, okay? And so have no worries when you get to the Pure Land. You can go and visit me, hopefully, if I make it. Never take anything for granted, folks. I don't, okay? But that's a different kind of neighborhood. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. We stop here today and take a. I think we should start doing the lunch offering right away. Time is running short.